50 Fun New Zealand Native Forest Facts. 1. Unique biodiversity. Around 80% of New Zealand's native plants, trees, and ferns are found nowhere else in the world. 2. Kauri giants. The kauri tree, one of the largest and oldest trees in the world, can live for over 2,000 years and grow up to 50 meters tall. 3. Southernmost palm. The Nikau palm is the world's southernmost growing palm, and it's the only palm native to New Zealand. 4. Rainforest ecosystem. New Zealand has temperate rainforests, which are not as hot or humid as tropical rainforests, but just as lush and diverse. 5. Tree ferns. New Zealand's forests are home to several species of tree ferns, including the iconic silver fern, whose unfurling fronds symbolize new life. 6. Potukawa Christmas. The Potukawa tree is known as the New Zealand Christmas tree because it blooms with vibrant red flowers in December. 7. Bird-dependent flora. Many native trees rely on birds, such as the Carrawwood pigeon, to disperse their seeds since New Zealand lacks native land mammals. 8. Kauri gum. In the past, kauri trees produced a resin called kauri gum, which was harvested and used for varnish, jewelry, and even as chewing gum. 9. Pests and threats. Introduced species like possums, rats, and stoats have devastated native forests, preying on birds and seedlings. 11. Birdsong symphony. Native forests come alive with birdsong, particularly from species like the tui and bellbird korimako, whose songs are melodic and complex. 12. Kauri dieback disease. One of the greatest current threats to the forests is kauri dieback, a disease caused by a soil-borne pathogen that is slowly killing these giant trees. 13. Wettin and trees. The weta, a large, flightless insect native to New Zealand, often lives in hollow tree trunks, contributing to the ecosystem by breaking down decaying wood. 14. Kalakaua medicine. The kalakaua tree has heart-shaped leaves and has been used for centuries by Mbori for its medicinal properties. 15. Slow-growing kauri. Kauri trees grow incredibly slowly. Some saplings may take decades just to reach a meter in height. 16. Alpine and coastal forests. Native forests in New Zealand stretch from the coastline, with salt-tolerant trees like Potukawa, to alpine zones, where trees give way to hardy shrubs. 17. Moa extinction impact. The extinction of the giant, flightless moa birds around 500 years ago left a major gap in the forest ecosystem, as these birds once browsed on vegetation and helped spread seeds. 18. Fungi friends. The forests are home to a variety of fungi species that play crucial roles in decomposing dead matter and recycling nutrients. 19. Mycorrhizal symbiosis. Some native trees, like the kauri, form beneficial relationships with underground fungi called mycorrhizae to better absorb nutrients from the soil. 20. Forest sounds at night. At night, native forests are filled with the sounds of nocturnal wildlife, including the call of the moorpork, ruru, New Zealand's native owl. 21. Beech forests. Southern beech forests are common in the South Island and create vast stretches of unbroken canopy with trees that drop leaves in an unusual way gradually, rather than seasonally. 22. Mbori connection. Forests hold deep cultural significance for Maori, who regard them as taonga treasures and have long used forest plants for food, medicine, and building. 23. Harakek flax. Although not technically a tree, the native flax, Harkiki, grows in forested areas and was traditionally used by Mbori for weaving baskets, clothing, and fishing nets. 24. Ancient origins. Many of New Zealand's native plant species are descendants of ancient Gondwana flora, dating back to the supercontinent that existed over 180 million years ago. 25. Prairie flowers and birds. The puriri tree has bright pink flowers that bloom year-round, providing a continuous food source for native birds like the tui.
What's been your favorite fact so far? Follow for more.
50 Fun New Zealand Forest Facts, Part 5. 26. Glowworms in forests. In damp forest caves and overhangs, glowworms create a magical display by emitting light to attract insects into their webs. 27. Living fossils. Some native plants, like Rimu and Caucadia, are ancient species that have remained largely unchanged for millions of years. 28. Regeneration after fire. Certain species, such as the Monica shrub, are adapted to regenerate quickly after forest fires. 29. Layered canopies. Native forests often have multiple layers of vegetation, from the towering canopy trees like kauri and rimi to an understory of shrubs and ferns, and a forest floor covered in mosses and leaf litter. 30. Forest and water. Native forests play a critical role in maintaining water quality by filtering rainfall, regulating stream flow, and preventing soil erosion. 31. Koromiko remedies. The koromiko plant was traditionally used by Mbori, a remedy for stomach ailments. 32. Pioneer species. Monica and Kanuka are often pioneer species, the first to colonize land after a disturbance, such as a fire or clearing. 33. Pate trees music. The Mbori people traditionally used the hollow stems of the pate tree to make musical instruments like flutes. 34. Maho glow. The maho tree has a pale, whitish bark that seems to glow under the forest canopy. 41. Native orchid species. New Zealand's forests house over 100 species of native orchids, some of which bloom in spectacular colors. 42. Forest floor riches. The forest floor is teeming with life, from decomposing leaves to invertebrates like worms and centipedes that break down organic matter. 43. Wooden kiwis. Some native tree species like rata were used by Mbori to carve ceremonial items, and the distinctive kiwi bird shape has long been a favored design. 44. Wilderness sanctuaries. New Zealand has created predator-free sanctuaries like Zealandia near Wellington, where native forests and wildlife are restored in the absence of invasive predators. 45. Totara bark. The thick, flaky bark of the totara tree protects it from forest fires and is used by Maori for carving traditional structures and waka canoes. Almost at the end. Follow for more. Uled Gand. 46. Tree rings and age. Some native trees, like Rimu, grow, though slowly, that counting their tree rings can reveal ages stretching back hundreds or even thousands of years. 47. Insect traps. Pitcher plants in New Zealand's forests trap insects in water-filled leaves as a way to gain nutrients in poor soil conditions. 48. Forest canopy walks. Several parks offer canopy walkways, allowing visitors to experience the forest from above, providing stunning views and a close-up look at epiphytes and tree crowns. 49. Forest soundscapes. Forests in New Zealand are rich in natural soundscapes, particularly at dawn, when native birds fill the air with song. 50. Lancewood transformation. The lancewood tree undergoes a dramatic change as it matures, with young plants having long, spiky leaves that deter browsing animals, but mature trees develop broad, flat leaves. We have made it to the end. You are amazing. What was your favorite fact? I create original content with footage from my own adventures, so watch this space.